Welcome back everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we are taking a look at the Wolverine 6-scale figure by Hot Toys from the Wolverine movie. This is the movie masterpiece series number 220, and I've always wanted a Wolverine figure. He is one of my favorite Marvel characters, one of my favorite mutants, favorite X-Men, just kind of in that top category for each of those. And I was always torn between this one and the Days of Future Past Wolverine, and this one just had a great deal pop up for me, and I was able to pick it up, and we have it here today. And as usual, take a look at the box. So as we saw on the movie posters, we have this beautiful image of Wolverine, kind of the airbrush or acrylic style painting. And moving down, we have the Wolverine logo with the Hot Toys and Movie Masterpiece logo. Turning it around, just the logo with Marvel there, and that is upside down. But just an image of Wolverine with the wooden claw, or his bone claws. And I don't know, maybe it's the image, but taking a look here, it does look a little bit better with the head sculpt than what the actual figure looks like. The actual figure is kind of more roundish in the face, doesn't come down, narrow down to the chin, but you know, might just be the looks or what outfit he is wearing. Taking a look inside the box, initially this is where the pants that I have on him right now were, so I changed out the formal slacks and the shoes to put on the more, I guess, hiking boots or the rugged boots and the regular pants there. And then here are the accessories included. Here are the bone claws. Let me get that zoomed in if I can and focus. So they did a very great job on these bone claws. We have seen this quite a few times in the film, and Hot Toys again has just nailed it. They are pretty sharp as well, so do be careful, and kind of fragile, so don't, do be careful with those. And of course I do love the adamantium claws, so I did keep those. We also have some more hands here. We have the gripping hands, we have the closed fists here, and then we have the open palm hands here. And then the last accessory is the samurai sword, which does slip into the, I guess the holster if you want to call it, quite well, and comes out pretty easily. And it's, a nice, I want to say, I don't believe this is metal, but very well made plastic. It could just be metal as well, because it is pretty cold right now. And we do have the finer details here on the blade, if I can get that, if you can kind of see the Japanese writing on it. Hopefully I can get that zoomed in and focused. There we go, if that works out. Now, I'm not quite sure what this does say. I didn't have a chance to do any research, but if you do know, that would be great to let me know in the comments below. And then the handle as well, it's very nice material, everything's built well, and the ribbons on the end as well. Now, taking off the suit and changing it isn't difficult, I'd say, but it is pretty time consuming, just because you have to be careful with the figure, and there's quite a few layers. So we have the tie here, and then I kind of put everything together. There is the outer jacket here, there's the outer coat, then there's the suit jacket, then the suit shirt, and then there's this undergarment that was on or underneath the tank top as well, so directly onto the body of the figure. And reading the instructions, they say to put this on first so that the clothing doesn't stain the body of the figure, the skin, black. Which I thought was kind of interesting, given this is a cloth or fabric material, so I'm not sure why it would or how it would, but listening to the experts, of course, if I do put that suit back on, then of course I will put on the undergarment as well. So here, taking a closer look at the figure, I'm looking in the camera, it does look pretty well with the head sculpt, I mean, and just depending on the angle, and of course when I had the full jacket on, it did look kind of better. I'm not sure if the neck is just too tall or too high for him, so when we had the jacket on, it kind of covers it up, so the neck is pretty much shorter. But I don't know, it is a little bit, I don't know how to describe it. It's just not that accurate, but at the same time it is pretty accurate. But nonetheless, I am very happy with it. The hair is on point, the beard is on point, the look is just how it is in the movie. So it is Hugh Jackman. You can still tell it is Hugh Jackman, of course, as Wolverine. And of course with the adamantium claws as well. These are pretty sharp as well, so do be careful, and they have a nice shine to them. And overall, the figure is just a great looking figure, pretty simple, not too much going on with it. And like I said, I did change out the pants and the boots, so they are more of a brown khakis, and the work boots. And the tank top was already on the figure as well, so I just had to slip that off to get the undershirt off. Now taking a look at the articulation, the head does rotate nicely. It does not look up at all, so that is kind of a bummer that you can't move it up at all. Granted, I don't do that much posing, I wouldn't have any reason to, but for those that do collect and do more big scenes, sorry for that. The shoulders go out and in, up and down, and they do kind of slide up and down as well. The elbows do have a twist as well. They are pretty tight, so do be careful. And the wrists go, a little bit back and forth, left to right as well. We have no upper crunch, but we do have, actually, yeah, we do have an ab crunch here. Rotate the thighs back and forth, out and in, and twist. And we have the knee joint as well. I do believe this is a double knee joint. I don't think so. Trying to move it, it might just be a tight joint there. And they do not twist at the knee, but they do twist at the foot and do have the back and forth movement. So overall, again, it is a great Wolverine figure. If, depending how the Logan figure looks, I might pick that up as well. And for now, this is the only one, and just to see how Logan looks and the Days of Future Past, if I do decide to pick those up, it'll add a nice variation to the X-Men and Wolverine collection. So thank you all for watching again. Leave your comments and responses below, and stay tuned for my next video review.